Following problem says, what is the closest integer to this addition-subtraction problem? Well, some people are tempted to go out and get a calculator and actually put these numbers in, or if you weren't allowed to use a calculator, to actually start adding up all the decimals. But if you notice that these numbers have been chosen very close to integers themselves, so this is approximately 10, and this is approximately 2, and this third number is very close to 5, fourth number is close to 3, and this last number is almost equal to 5. So all we really have to do is add these numbers together. 12 minus 5 is 7, plus 3 is 10, 10 minus 5 is 5. If you go back and you would actually do the calculation using a calculator or longhand, you will get an answer that's very close to the integer 5. Second problem is pretty straightforward arithmetic fraction problem with mixed numbers. We're told to find the product of A and B and the sum of A and B. Now be careful of the word and in the problems. This word and is just separating the letters A and B. It does not apply addition. The first problem asks for the product. That's a multiplication problem. And the sum would be an addition problem. So we're going to add and subtract these two mixed numbers. Notice the answer is required in mixed number form, yet you do not want to use mixed numbers in the process of finding the answer. You need to change these into improper fractions. So 3 1/3, you take 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10 thirds. And then 2 1/5, 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1, 2 1/5 would be, what's that, 11/5. Okay, and we're going to multiply these together. And as I multiply, I'm going to actually reduce along the way. Divide this by 5, divide this by 5, I get 2. 2 times 11 is 22. Denominator, 3 times 1 is 3. Over here we need a common denominator to be able to add these. So we're going to take our improper fractions again, 10 thirds and 11/5, and we're going to look for a common denominator. The easiest common denominator is the product. You could spend a little more time thinking about that. So 15, I'd like to turn the denominators into 15. Multiply by 5 over 5. Multiply by 3 over 3. So the first one becomes 50 over 15. And the second fraction is 33 over 15. And when you add the numerators, 83 over 15. Now comes the time we have to be very careful. The problems asked for mixed number answers. So we have to change this back to a mixed number. 3 goes into 21, with 7 times, with a remainder of 1, so that would be 7 1/3. Over here we need to reduce this. 15 goes into 83. I think that's 5 times, because 5 times 15 is 75. Leaves us a remainder of 8. That's 8/15. So our two answers are the product is 7 1/3, and the sum is 5 8/15.